Assalamualaikum guys. Let's talk about huruf muqatta'ah. Jom kita start. Huruf muqatta'ah are as such, and they are found in the beginning of some ayats in Al-Quran. This is one of the mu'jizat and beauty of Al-Quran that in the popular opinion of our scholars have left its meaning and interpretation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are many ways to learn about them, and inshallah today I'll be sharing with all of you 4 simple steps that can help you in learning how to recite these huruf muqatta'ahs. Step number 1 is to have a good overview or understanding of the huruf muqatta'ah. So huruf muqatta'ah can be divided into 3 categories depending on the duration of their harakats. The first category is called qasr, which means short or pendek, because all the huruf in this category are read with only 2 harakats. The second category is called tul or long, because the huruf in this category are read with 6 harakats. And lastly, the third category, I name it as the no mad category, because alif is pronounced as alif without any elongation of harakat. Step number 2 is to recap on your pronunciation of huruf hijaiyah. So a few common mistakes that I would like to highlight as a recap is that huruf sad is pronounced as sad, not sa, and noon, not na, sin, not sa, and many more. So please do brush up on your huruf hijaiyah, and this will really help you with your understanding on huruf muqatta'ah. The third step is closely related to the second one, and that is to be able to visualize the spellings of the hurufs. For example, when we say the huruf noon, we should be able to visualize it as this, mim as such, and this applies for all the other huruf muqatta'ahs. This is not a must, however, it is good for us to know this, as this will help us to better understand the reasons and rulings behind why we read certain huruf muqatta'ahs in a certain way. Final step is to apply tajweed. For some hurufs, it's very straightforward. For example, the huruf yasin, we will just read it as yasin. However, there are some other rulings such as ikhfa and idgham that applies in the recitations of muqatta'ah. This is where being able to visualize on the hurufs comes into play. For example, when we recite the kalimah alif lam mim, it will be recited as such: alif lam mim. With this visualization, we can see clearly when a mim sukun meets with another mim, it brings about the ruling of idgham shafawi, which holds for 2 harakats. And in the example of this kalima, let's zoom into the last segment of it, which goes like this: kaf ha ya ayn sad. With a good visualization here, we can clearly see that the noon in the ayn meets with huruf sad, brings about the ruling of ikhfa that holds for 2 harakats. So we do not recite it as ayn sad, but instead we include the ikhfa into this huruf, and it will be recited as ayn sad. Alhamdulillah, so that concludes my quick sharing on the 4 simple steps that can help you in learning how to recite the muqatta'ahs. I hope this was a beneficial sharing for all of you. Do leave a comment, like and share so that more people can benefit from it, inshallah. Also remember that this is just a quick sharing. Do find a proper teacher when you learn the Quran, as this is part of the teaching of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Until next time, hidupkan Al-Quran dalam kehidupan.